the top 5 tweets of this week. We have the spot Bitcoin ETF, we have Michael Saylor, we have Cathie Woods, we have Lynn Alden. Let's go. The number 1 is from Dylan Leclerc. The murder rate in El Salvador has fallen from being the world's highest, 103 per 100k in 2015, to the lowest in the Western Hemisphere at 2.3 per 100k in 2023. This shows perfectly how Bitcoin can help a country prosper again. El Salvador had in 2015 the highest murder rate. Then in 2021 they adapted Bitcoin, and now in 2023 they are having the lowest murder rate in the Western Hemisphere. Bitcoin is good for business, not only for a small pleb, not only for bankers, not only for a publicly traded company, but it's also good for business for countries. Number 2 is from the Bitcoin magazine. Global currencies against the US dollars over the last 10 years. And then you can see a big list of global currencies and the value against the dollar. From the worst, from Venezuela to the best to Swiss. Every single currency is losing against the dollar. The dollar is clearly the strongest currency, but there's one global currency that's simply the strongest over the last 5 years, over the last 10 years. It's Bitcoin. 21,000% against the US dollars over the last 10 years. So for every person that is on not the US dollar, Bitcoin is a lifeline. And even for the people on a US dollar, Bitcoin is still a lifeline. But imagine that you experience high inflation in Europe, in America, in the Western Hemisphere. Imagine how much worse it is for people in Venezuela. Bitcoin is needed there. Bitcoin is the only stable thing they can rely on. Number 3 is from Lynn Alden, and she asks a very, very simple question. You think you own your bank deposits? Clear answer, no, I don't think so. And everyone that thinks that should rethink it. If you have euros, dollars, whatever in a bank account, you have the right to that piece of financial energy, but you don't really own it. If the bank says, no, sorry, we don't give out your money, you cannot get it out. So better get some Bitcoin, better get the Bitcoin out of exchanges, and better learn how to manage your keys. Number 4 from the Bitcoin archive. SEC delayed decision on Cathie Woods spot Bitcoin ETF again. They approved a Bitcoin futures ETF, a leverage ETF, and a short ETF. Crazy. But they refuse to this day to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF. And apparently even the US court agrees here. My honest opinion, it doesn't matter. It will come anyways. It will come maybe this year, next year, in 2 years. I don't know when, but it will come. There's not the question if it comes. There's so much pressure right now on Gary Gensler, on the SEC, and all the players involved in that game. They have to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF at some point. And even if they don't, Bitcoin doesn't care. Bitcoin doesn't fail just because there is no spot ETF. They cannot kill Bitcoin. We are beyond the point of killing Bitcoin. Number 5 is our farmer Michael Saylor. He, with MicroStrategy, just bought another $147 million worth of Bitcoin. They hold now over 4.6 billion US dollars in Bitcoin. Wow. he is not stopping till he has all the Bitcoin. It ain't much, but it's 158,245 Bitcoin. He will buy all the Bitcoin. And remember, if you sell Bitcoin, Michael Saylor might buy it. So keep that in mind. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.